YouTube? It's Mike coming back at you with another video here. Um, so today, the video is gonna be pretty hype. I'm pretty hyped about it, but the thing is though, is that like today I'm just out of it. I'm just not feeling it right now. Like as far as just like mental health and like things go, I'm just kind of sick of 2025. Like this year has just been like every single day for like ever since I've like the whole job thing went down and like I don't know and like even before that I mean like even like middle of the year it was just like mid, but yeah, I don't know, like 2025 just sucks. Like everything I thought that was going to be good about it was just not good. And that's kind of why like I wanted to make this video, because I wanted to go back to the days where it was good. I wanted to go like help me cope with something that I like know that was good. Like, but yeah, anyway, so today's topic is going to be about the song called Opium by Moonspell. And that is my favorite song of all time. I have about 5,000 plays on that song. Which is insane. I think I calculated out. I've listened to that song. I can't remember what it was. It was like a specific amount of days and months of my life I've just listened to that song, if you like calculate it out. But anyway, that song is my favorite song of all time, and there's a few reasons why it's my favorite song of all time. So, for one, it has a super cool theme to it. It feels like Dark Souls in a way, like this gothic, like creepy, like medieval, like theme that Dark Souls has. It just has it. I don't know what it is. I know it's like something to do with like it feels like the lead singer. He just got this low voice, and it just sounds awesome. Like if you ever listen to it with the perverse, almost religious intro, it hits. And that guitar riff is probably one of the best guitar riffs, if not the best guitar riff I've ever heard. It's awesome. I love that song. But there's many other reasons why I love the song. The song was originally, I found it when I was probably like 6, 7 years old, maybe 8 years old, not even. It was on a movie called The Crusty Demons of Dirt 4, which was a dirt bike movie I had when I was a kid, because I was really into dirt bikes. And those movies were so cool in the late 90s, because they were like really hype, and everyone like really liked watching them. Or like people that were like into dirt bikes and stuff. It had some of the best soundtracks of all time. It had some crazy crashes and people just doing insane things, and it was awesome to watch. And I miss those days. But anyway, that song plays at the end of the fourth movie, and I heard it when I was a kid, and I thought it was pretty cool, but I never like thought too much into it until like 2016, when I rebought all the Krusty Demons movies. I watched Krusty 4 and I Shazammed the song, since we have technology that would let me do that now. So it was about 2016 I Shazammed the song, and I found out it was Opium by Moonspell. And I listened to that song just nonstop ever since I found it. Like, it was so good. I don't know why. Like, I think it was because at the time I discovered Dark Souls like a few years before that, and Dark Souls is one of those games that there's not been many games that can hit as hard as Dark Souls 1. And like just the Souls series, Bloodborne and Elden Ring, there's very few games that can do that just hit for some reason as hard as those games do. And I remember like being on the porch one night, my buddy was like out there, his name was Tyler. This is when I first kind of came across Dark Souls 1, because I bought it at Best Buy. Everyone was saying it was a good game, but it was really hard. And I was like, okay, I guess I'll just give it a shot. I didn't know that Demon Souls came before it. I kind of knew a little bit about Demon Souls, but I never played it because I didn't have a PS3. So I bought Dark Souls 1, and I didn't really play it a whole lot. And then I waited about maybe a year, and my buddy came over one time, and I was just slowly like trying to play it, and he was there. Tyler was there, and he was like, watching me play it, and I was kind of slowly figuring this game out. I'm like, wait, so like after you beat this boss, you can go here, but you can also go here, and like you can go down here, and there's like this gate, but I guarantee you can get to that, but you have to like do something else to get to it. And then I like really started playing it, and it started opening up, and I'm like, wow, this game is crazy. And I remember that feeling hit so hard, and I remember listening like a few years later to Opium after we got really big into Dark Souls, like because like after that point I bought the Dark Souls guidebook. My buddy Cole was like reading through it, and we were looking at it, and I'm like, wow, this game seems like impossible. Like we looked at like Smo and Ornstein, and we got to that part, and we're like, this is crazy. Like I don't know how you're ever gonna beat these bosses. Like, but it's so cool at the same time. And like going through Sen's Fortress was like such a hard task to do, and like all that. And then like once you get to like the Lord Vessel and you beat Smo and Ornstein for the first time, you're like, wow, there's like 4 other like guys that you gotta take down to fight the final boss. And that was just the coolest feeling ever. And like Gravelord Nito and like Seat the Scaleless, Bed of Chaos, Four Kings, those like it was just so cool to be able to experience all that. And like it just takes me back to the good times. And that's kind of what Opium like it reminds me of, is because if I'm ever feeling down, I listen to that song, because that song just hits. It reminds me, it takes me back to the good days. It takes me back to when I was a kid watching those dirt bike movies. It takes me back to Dark Souls and playing some of the best games I've ever played. It just takes me back to hanging out with my buddies and like derping it in the porch where we used to game out there, and just having late night game sessions, drinking Mountain Dew Voltage. Like Voltage is the taste of Dark Souls for me, because we drank so much Mountain Dew Voltage at the time of playing Dark Souls 1 that's all I could like think of when I drink Voltage now. But I don't know, it's super cool. And like, and it just shows you like this day and age, the reason I feel so down is because it's just we don't get games like that anymore. We don't get things like that. Like the GTA Online Mansions DLC just came out, and I'm not even gonna play it because I saw the content of it, and I'm like, this is just looks garbage for $15 million. You're not getting a whole lot. You're just flexing a little bit, and it's just lame. And I always felt like GTA, they needed more like missions where you steal cars and like that kind of thing, and like there's just more variety of like stealing cars and selling cars, and like more of a Fast and Furious type vibe, and not all these heists. Like these heists are cool, but they didn't even add a heist with the mansion thing. It's like a really small version of like a free mission called like the Cluckenbell Farm Raid. So it's just really dumb, and it just sucks because it's like we get so hyped for these things, and then like we know for a fact it's just going to be disappointing after like not even a day, and then you just go back to like doing other stuff, but the other stuff isn't nearly as good as what you want it to be. And that's like, that kind of goes back to Elden Ring too. Like in I think it was 2022 when Elden Ring released, or yeah, 2022. I'm pretty sure it was like one of those years. That game, like it's never, like I haven't had a game hit that hard, like for so long. Like basically like ever since like basically Red Dead 2. And I don't think Red Dead 2 even hit that hard. And like that game was amazing. I 100% of that game. It took me literally 5 years, like 500 hours to 100% Red Dead 2. But Elden Ring, when it came out, for some reason, it hit like a truck. Like, that game was so good. And I just, like, there's not games that are like that anymore. They just, like, Bloodborne and Elden Ring and those things. And that's why I listen to Opium by Moonspell, because it's just, that's the only memory that I have that can take me back to, like, some of the best times in gaming. Like back then when Dark Souls came out and Bloodborne came out, you had GTA just releasing, you had Borderlands 2 just releasing. You had like just some of the best games ever created releasing. And then like the times before that, there were still just god tier games left and right. And now it just feels like everything needs to be a cash grab, or like a remake that's like very half-ass, or like you get something like what is it, like You get this stupid battle passes and battle royales because companies think that everyone wants a battle royale. Like I saw Arc Raiders and everyone thinks that that's like the coolest thing ever, and I'm like, dude, this looks like a fucking mobile game. Like this looks so lame. I don't care if it was made. It's like cheaper than other games, and they're like one of the first developers' games. It just looks like fucking boring as hell. Like you just run around like an idiot. You're like, yeah, like I need this stupid thing to, and then it'll complete my quest. And then once I complete all these random quests, I literally get nothing. And there's like 10 fucking guns in the whole game, and it's an extraction shooter. And like, they can't even like put the effort into like be like Borderlands or anything, where at least there's like randomized loot that's kind of cool. I don't know. And like Borderlands sucks now too, and that's like one of my favorite game series ever. But I'm going off a tangent now. But yeah, Opium is my favorite song of all time, and that's kind of one of the songs that has kept me saying it is my favorite song of all time. And I mean, Dark Souls and the Soulsborne series is just it's too good. And apparently tomorrow at the Game Awards, there's a slight chance that Bloodborne 2 is going to be announced. I guarantee it isn't, because I'm guaranteeing that statue that they're talking about is like something stupid that no one's really going to care about. But anyway, that's pretty much all I wanted to say for now. But yeah, see ya.